guys, what is up? My name is Megan and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe, and welcome to today's video where we are going to talk about all the goals I have for 2024, more specifically my channel and reading goals, and if any personal goals are relevant to this video, I might mention them as well. As you may have seen previously, I posted a video recently talking about the future of my channel and kind of where I wanted to take my channel. So that was kind of like what has been going through my mind, and concretely this video is more what direction we are heading in. Obviously I want this to be casual. I'm all for setting goals, but also for being kind to ourselves, so that's kind of like the blend I'm trying to bring both to my reading and to my channel in the year of 2024. Without further ado, let's start talking goals. I think we're going to do just reading goals in general first and move on to more specific channel related goals in the second part of this video. Now, every year I set a reading goal. 2023 was actually the year I set the lowest reading goal ever, and that was to read 35 books, because 2023 has been a year of transition. I finished my degree, I started my big girl job, a whole lot of things happened this year. Now I'm planning for 2024 to be a little bit more of a calm year, at least I'm hoping and praying, and therefore I'm going to set my goal to 80 books. That being said, I do believe in quality over quantity. However, I have noticed that when I don't read as many books, I'm not prone to picking up books, and I also just kind of don't have a reading routine anymore. So strategically, I'm increasing my number to 80 because I want to have a better reading routine, and that's something we're going to discuss a little bit later on in the video. So 80 is the key number. Ideally, if I could get to 100, would be incredible. My first time ever reading 100 books, but usually I read about 70 to 75 books in a good year, so I feel like 80 is just the great number just to push me a little bit outside my comfort zone. I will be making a video also discussing how 2023 went for me and everything I learned about my reading in 2023, because I learned a lot, but that's going to be a different video. So that was kind of like a numeric goal, something that can be tracked, and it's pretty much my only goal that can be like number wise, like tracked, apart from channel goals. Another goal, which I guess could be quantified, is that I want to read at least 50% of every TBR I make. Candyland will be back in 2024 with some adjusted prompts. I want to read at least 50% of my TBR, because what's the point in having a TBR if you're not going to read it? I think I need to be more strategic about the books I put on there, because it needs to get done. People get excited about me reading certain books, and then I don't always pull through. Admittedly, life has been kind of hectic in 2023, but it's still not a valid reason for me not having read so many of the books I put on my TBRs. And I also have a project that will be coming up actually with all the books I did not read in 2023. I think you can guess kind of what will be happening, but it's in the works. So I want to keep myself accountable and read at least 50% of every TBR I have each month, and maybe we'll find a consequence if I don't, other than adding an extra spin to my TBR, which if you haven't seen my TBR, I'll leave a playlist in the cards for you, but that is definitely something I need to work on. I'm not sure if this is a reading goal in of itself or more of a personal goal, but one of my goals for the new year is to continue to downsize my reading collection. I have been doing great at this in 2023. I have unhauled hundreds of books. I still have a lot, as you can see by my background, but I have a lot less, and the aim of the game is that if I were to use a random number generator and pick a book off my shelf, each book I would be excited to read. I have been really getting down to the nitty-gritty. I have gotten so many books off my shelves from like my book outlet era, which is not happening anymore, and just cleared out all the like young adult that I don't read and every other genre that I have read previously, because I had read a lot of the books on my shelves, but I just did not care to keep them, and so they have gone to a secondhand bookshop. Unfortunately, I unhauled like about 200 more books, but I wasn't able to film an unhaul because the person who I'm in contact with just came the next day and picked them all up. So you will see a lot of that process on my channel in the upcoming year. We are reorganizing the bookshelves in the new year, and things are going to be done a lot differently, and the random number generator is actually something that's going to come into play on my channel starting in January, because really I think that it's important to have a bookshelf where every single book that is on there for a reason. So that being said, let's talk channel goals, because I think I have a lot of them, and they all kind of, you know, revolve around that concept. One of my channel goals is to make you guys more aware of what is on my shelves. I've had some requests to film like a video of all the middle grade I own, which will be coming in the new year. It's something I'm going to prioritize, but I'm also going to be making an entire bookshelf tour and talking about every single physical book I have on my TBR, so that I can get recommendations from you guys and bring out more reviews and more opinions throughout my channel. When I started my channel, I really liked to sit down and film reviews, and I have done so a little bit more in 2023, and that's something I really want to get back into, because for me, one of the major purposes of having an online platform is discussing the actual books, not just hauling them, not just like showing books and then never doing anything with those books afterwards. I feel like that is pointless, and that is not what I want for my channel. So by having you guys be exposed to my entire library, we will be able to kind of come to a consensus of like what you guys want me to review, what you guys want featured in vlogs, and from there I will build my content. But I think it's important for you guys to know what we are starting off with in the new year, considering I've unhauled maybe 400 books in the past 6 months. With that comes the goal of keeping my spreadsheet up to date. I have created a spreadsheet on Notion where I'm entering every single book I own, if I've read it or not, the author, the genre, etc, etc. And I need to keep that up to date, and my goal is to keep it up to date and have it entered once a month. So when I do a haul at the end of the month, for example, I input all of that data, and every single book that comes out of my collection will also be taken out of that spreadsheet. So that is easier to keep track of what is happening, because I feel like I've completely lost control of my collection, and it's not a good feeling. Now for more, again, goals that you can calculate and say like I did it or I didn't, I want to reach 2K on my channel. It's a little bit ambitious on my part because my growth has never been very significant. However, in the past year I have gained around 500 subscribers, and I think it was my biggest year. And so I think that, considering I'm near the 1500 subscribers, getting to 2K is realistic. Will I die and fall off the earth if it doesn't happen? Absolutely not. The real goal in this is to create a bigger community and have that sense of community. I've spoken about this a lot in my We Need to Talk video, where I feel like I need to prioritize having a community, because that is my purpose with being on BookTube, is talking with people who enjoy books, similar books as I do, and kind of creating those community. Again, how many times can I say community in one single video? So with that, I would like to expand my community and also get to meet more people who like the same kind of books I do. Obviously, if you subscribe to my channel, usually it's because we have at least some kind of similar taste. If we don't, that's totally fine as well. I believe in following people for people and not just for their content. I do that with a lot of booktubers. But yeah, the aim of the game is 2K. With that, I am getting close to being monetized on BookTube, and I would like to be monetized by the end of 2024, not necessarily for the sake of money, because I would be making literal peanuts, but just for the accomplishment. I have been on BookTube for so long, and I've seen so many people get monetized, and I'm always so happy for them, because I feel like it's a really significant milestone. Even if it doesn't bring in any money, it's just a milestone of itself to be able to apply to the like creator program. So that is definitely something I would like to do, and if I could make like $50 in the next year, I would be really, really proud of myself. So that is another pretty significant goal I have for my channel. I also want to keep growing, as I said, the middle grade community with my book club. There's also some few other announcements that will be up soon after this video, I can imagine, of like read-alongs and other things I want to do. I think middle grade is not championed enough here on BookTube. I have a hard time finding creators who talk about middle grade. I found a few, thank God. But I feel like we lost a lot of the big voices in middle grade. Like Gavin doesn't read a lot of middle grade anymore. Jade doesn't read a lot of middle grade anymore. And those were a lot of the people I personally was following because they had really fun interactive middle grade videos. And so this is kind of what I want to do on my channel, kind of like a legacy of some sort, where I want to champion middle grade, talk about the upcoming releases, all the authors that are not getting all the hype because they are middle grade authors, and I just want to showcase that at the forefront of my channel this year. This and indie published books, whether that be romance, whatever, are like two of my central concerns for the upcoming year. As I said, with some romance, because your girl cannot not read romance. It's part of my reading identity as well. So yeah, and with that, my really big dream in life would be to at least work with one publisher for middle grade. Like if I were sent some arcs I could review for you guys at least once in the upcoming year, I think that would mean I did my job well. And I know objectively it doesn't mean anything, but it's for me, and obviously goals are meant to kind of push yourself towards a specific direction, and I would like to be able to read books early for you guys and kind of talk about what I think is worth purchasing. I know a lot of people have read middle grade books on my recommendation and have either enjoyed or not, but I think it's worth kind of putting these books out there. And financially, obviously, I cannot buy every single book in the world, so it would be really interesting for me to like work with Simon & Schuster, for example, is a really big publisher who publishes a lot of the books I am interested in. Hachette as well does a lot, HarperCollins. There's just so many great publishers out there. And also indie authors. I know I have a middle grade book to read from an indie author, and I think it's great that I can use my platform to kind of promote these books because, again, I think middle grade needs all the love it can get. With that, I do want to use Instagram and maybe even TikTok. TikTok is a little bit more tricky with my actual day job to have, but I would like to use Instagram to create a dedicated middle grade Instagram. Once it's up and running, it's going to be the same name as the book club, so A Sprinkle of Magic book club. Hopefully I will be promoting all things middle grade. I want to post some pictures, be more interactive with the book club, and just have a platform where I can promote middle grade. Ideally, I would like to get to like 100 or 200 followers on that platform by the end of 2024. This kind of also reminds me that I'm trying to be and am more intentional with my book buying. I think I've spoken about this throughout the video. I have really curated my TBR to be something that I really enjoy, and that is going to show in my book buying as well. I have unhauled a lot of books. I have repurchased some books because there's some things that come out that I'm really interested in, but I think my book buying will be a little bit more limited in 2024 in the sense that I just want to narrow down what kind of genres I buy and what I show on my channel. Maybe I'm not gonna haul every book I buy, but I just want to make a more conscious effort that, like, if I haul a book, I read that book. So we'll see how that actually incorporates into 2024. I'm not sure how exactly I want to go about it, but just know it's a project I'm working on. For my book club, I really want to work hard on my book club. There's a video that will be coming out after this one, or in a few videos, with the January, February, and March picks, as well as the live shows for December, January, February, and March. The dates, I will be setting them up on YouTube already as a reminder, and I need to keep myself accountable. The end of 2023, where I was supposed to start having live shows, did not happen because of my cat, as I've spoken about previously, as well as the strike that is going on in Quebec. A lot of things have changed since I've made that video. I will be talking about those in a vlog, but I am more set in stone now, and these things shouldn't be, knock on wood, interfering with my book club anymore. And so I have already preset dates in my planner, and the book club will be happening again. I'm still looking for people who are willing to help co-host live shows, all those kinds of things, if you were interested. But if not, I'm gonna do it on my own. But I just need more stability in these live shows. With that, I also want to keep posting twice a week for the entirety of 2024 if possible. I like having 2 videos at least go up. If I can get to 3, that's great, but if I don't have the inspiration or the time for 3, the minimum I want to post is 2 videos a week. Overall, I must say that over the past few weeks I've been getting very excited for 2024. I've been working on personal goals, a vision board, all that kind of thing that I really enjoy to do before a new year. I'm a firm believer in a hard reset when a new year comes around. Sue me, I enjoy it, but I also am very excited for all the ideas and content that I want to have on my channel in the upcoming months, and I wanted to kind of give you guys kind of like an idea of what is coming your way so that if you're new here you can, you know, kind of see if this channel is for you or not. So things I have planned are a bookshelf and office tour after a bookshelf reorganization. As I mentioned previously, the shelves will no longer be color coded. They're not going to be a rainbow, which is an iconic moment in my life I'm leaving behind, at least for a portion of 2024. They will be organized by author and series, so all of that process will be filmed for you guys and put up on my channel. Once that is done and I have settled into my office, then we will have a tour. Obviously my cat and my bunny are here most of the time now because of my new dog. Slowly things are going back to normal, but I'm sharing my space, which is limited in general, with my cat and my bunny, so it's trying to organize everything to work around them as well. We're gonna have a 2023 recap as well as like my best books, worst books of the year. That is all coming your way, mostly early January, because I feel like booktube is so oversaturated at the end of 2023 that like I don't even know why I put out content, because it's not the prime time for my channel. We're gonna have a 2024 reset videos, and after that we will have monthly resets as I did in a few months of 2023. We're gonna have the 24 books to read in 2024, as well as 12 recs by 12 friends. A new Candyland, not board, but new prompts. You will see that in January. We're gonna have a new batch of self-destruct books, 5-star predictions, all of the things we need to set up to have a successful 2024. I might do a dedicated anticipated reads for middle grade that are coming out in 2024. I've already posted my video talking about my anticipated reads in general. However, since then, I have learned a lot about a lot of new releases for middle grade, so I might do a fully dedicated video just for that. And I'm also going to showcase every single book I own that is middle grade and my middle grade TBR. That is all coming hopefully in the month of January. January will be packed on my channel, and I'm very much looking forward to this. In the new year, I'm hoping to have quarterly wrap-ups as well, and monthly wrap-ups if I read enough books. Vlogs are going to come back in January, and they will be themed, sometimes just regular vlogs. And I'm going to incorporate a little bit more of my lifestyle, as a lot of people have asked this in previous videos I've made. I will also be updating you guys on some personal goals I have through the year. Some of them are to like learn ASL. I want to learn sign language. I think it's very important, and I do think it will come in handy in my job. I am a social worker, and sometimes I can deal with people who are deaf, or you know, hard of hearing, people who have a hard time talking. There's just a lot that my clientele can be, so I want to start learning ASL. I also want to get back into working out and a routine, and with that comes the building a reading routine, and that will all be documented on my channel. I'm currently reading some books about habits, specifically Atomic Habits. I'm really enjoying myself, but this is something I want to document on my channel, where we are going to start from zero. I currently do not have a routine, and building up to a 5 a.m. routine. That is the goal, and I will be documenting it. So yeah, I think that makes a really nice rounded video of my intentions and my goals for 2024. The word of the year for me, if you were curious, is transformation, and we'll see how that spreads throughout the year. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Let me know your goals in the comments below. If there's anything I said that resonated with you, I hope I get to see you guys in some other of my videos. And thank you so much for watching. Bye guys, happy reading.